PocaTV. Wenzzzday.
Hello.
Hi. Live from Poca Dies
and Montego Bay.
Does your house not have a name, DJ Conscious?
My yard.
So live from Poca Dies in Montego Bay in Jamaica to consciousradio.net studio, also in Montego Bay. How are you today, DJ?
I'm not so bad, thanks. How are you?
It's a sweltering day. Would you agree? Like rain wants to fall and it's not falling, and it's hot and it's sticky today. So I got my little damp cloth with me again, just in case I start sweating like a pig.
I have some sea breezes, so I guess I'm a bit fortunate there.
Maybe, yeah. All right. Anyway, let's not bug the people sitting out in the cold with our too hot weather.
Why not?
No, because we all know you're a sadist that way. You're one of those people who go, "Oh, I'd forgotten it was cold in winter where you are."
God, you got me so wrong. But anyway.
No, you've actually said that to me.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that was a mental.
So,
yeah, all right.
Yes, I don't want to be that person. I really don't. We got very early visitors already. Ragnar is watching us, saying it's so cold over here.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Ragnar. My heart goes out to you.
I think Ragnar is in Suriname, but let me know if you're in Holland. If you're in Holland, let me know, Ragnar. If so, why did you travel now? Your own fault. So, DJ, I suppose we're supposed to say something like Happy New Year to the people.
Yeah, happy 2024 to all viewers.
Yeah. Nothing to be so happy about, but let's wish it upon ourselves that it will be a happier New Year.
Yeah.
Ragna's in Suriname. It's even hotter there than here. So Ragnar, yes, your joke was very funny. See me laugh.
Oh, right. Okay. She was being tongue
I'm
in
laughing.
cheek.
I'm laughing. Yeah. Let's start with the record in the background before we move into anything. I'm trying to figure out, point towards the record for the people watching for the very first time. Just go like this with your right hand. Yeah. Oh, you practiced. That is you tell the story. So
I'm not allowed to give a clue at this point. So it's an album. It's a reggae album. That's it.
and the idea is for people to try to discern which album it is, and to send us a comment and make us know if they know what album it is. So halfway through the show, DJ will be giving one or two hints, and at the end of the show, you will tell us which album it is, because I know the title, but I don't know who it is, DJ. It's making me ill.
Oh.
And there's no prizes to be won unless you go tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends to join this competition. When there's at least 100 comments saying, I think it's this or this album, that's the time when DJ and I will start giving out prizes. Until then, it's up to you, the viewer, to spread the word about PocaTV Wenzzzday Ting, which DJ Conscious and I do most Wednesdays. And we talk about topics that happened in the news or that just have our attention, right?
Yeah.
And another early visitor with us today is our good friend Donna. She's in rainy and overcast. And now, what is ZS? ZS. What does that mean, Donna? ZS.
That normally means sleep, but when someone's snoozing or something. But
yeah. Oh, she's snoozing maybe because it's so hot. Maybe that. Anyway, we'll find out later. Let's go to our topics, DJ. We got 2 topics that we wish to discuss. We actually planned for them for last week, but due to technical problems on my side, I had to skip the show last minute, so we didn't go through with it. Happily enough, the topics kept till this week. I will be talking about the robot that attacked a Tesla worker. It's a grueling story. And DJ, you'll be going to something Japanese. Tell us quick what it is, without the details, of course.
Well, it's about a new sport which is I would say, let's say, an environmentally friendly sport. It's
That's a great teaser. That's a great teaser. Leave it at that.
Yeah.
I will start today with the robot attacks the Tesla worker, and then the second part of the show, DJ will take over with the sport / environment activity, something.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Here we go. So AI has been around for a good while. Have you any idea how long artificial intelligence and everything that goes with it has been a thing?
Probably, I'm guessing 1960s, something like that.
It's even earlier. I'm going to take you through a little timeline in just a bit. Maybe it's even the next slide I'm going to show you. No, what I wanted to say is that from the beginning of automation, artificial intelligence, and all of those things, there has been a clash between human beings and the products that they make. And I thought this was a lovely picture to show that. Let me take you through that timeline.
That's a nice image.
Yes. In 1950, the Turing test was done. The Turing test was the test in which, let me try to put this in layman's terms, in which mankind actually made the technology to have gadgets talk to humans in whichever way it was at that moment. That was the Turing test. That was the start of the artificial intelligence timeline. I'll take you quickly through it. The term came 6 years later, 1956. They used to call it artificial intelligence already. Can you imagine? And then that movie came in 1968, 2001, A Space Odyssey, which was what we would now call science fiction, I suppose. But that was a movie in which humanoids took over and started bugging mankind.
Didn't that movie put Stanley Kubrick on the map, or was he famous before then? I can't remember.
I don't quite know, but anything Stanley Kubrick is quite brilliant, I have to say.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the big movie about robots taking over was in 1984, The Terminator.
Wicked film. Yeah.
I never saw that. That's not my kind of movie, but I know it was a big movie at the time. The Terminator. 97 is when a computer beat the world champion chess, Kasparov, and a computer beat him then. Siri came about in 2011. That's you talking into your phone, your iPhone, saying, Siri, look up something. And then the artificial intelligence inside your phone does all the work for you. And driverless cars, they put it down to 2012, but I know for a fact that they were around earlier. I think 2012 is when the first ones actually went onto public roads and drove. But I remember when they were made, because long story, I won't bother you with a long story. So why am I telling you all this? Because something happened 10 days ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And are you ready for the news report that tells us what happened in real life in this world and happened to somebody at Tesla, which makes it kind of fun. Even though it's horrifying, it's kind of fun. Here we go.
For those who don't know, Tesla is Elon Musk.
They know.
Nikki, a new report was just released about a robot going rogue in a factory and injuring a worker.
Yeah, and drew blood.
Wow.
In the process. This is wild. All right, if this isn't the most bizarre thing, I really don't know what is. It is hard to believe this could happen in real life, but a software engineer was attacked by a malfunctioning robot. Yeah. It happened on the floor of the Tesla factory in Austin, Texas. That, according to an injury report submitted to federal officials and health authorities. While the attack actually happened 2 years ago, the outlandish incident has just now come to light. The robot reportedly attacked and just really acted out on a violent streak after the engineer disabled other robots and inadvertently left it on. Reports say the robot pinned the engineer and sank its metal claws into its back and arm, causing serious injuries, leaving a trail of blood on the floor. Now, the robots were designed to cut car parts from cast pieces of aluminum. The engineer was just programming the software and turned 2 of the other robots off to work on the machines. But the rogue robot was accidentally disregarded, unintentionally left operational, and perhaps displayed its dislike for the disabling of his Android associates. One can only wonder what in the world prompted the attack. You can't make this stuff up.
It is just like out of a movie, but it always is the question, right, of robots' sense of awareness, and can they eventually turn on us? Again, it's a sci-fi movie, but what a terrifying incident for that person.
Well, just for grins and giggles, I called Tesla or reached out to say, well, what happened to the robot? I didn't hear back, probably the scrapyard. And I wonder if the employee is still at work, because that would freak you out.
Right.
Yeah, and then other things that can freak you out. Tesla works on robots all the time. They've developed a new one called Optimus that can perform simple tasks, perhaps around the house. Would you trust one?
I don't know, maybe not after that. It sounds great because we know we have busy lives and it's awesome to automate those, but I think I would pass on that one, especially after this.
And definitely as a nanny. No
nannies. All right, Meg, hey, thank you for that.
No
What a
nannies.
story. Yeah.
What a story, DJ. And you know what really gets me in this story? This happened 2 years ago, and we only hearing it now. Talk about cover up.
So no, well, I'm wondering why is it taken 2 years to get exposed? Did the employee did he basically make it public?
I don't know who made it public. I know there was an official report, as the ladies were telling us, an official report on what happened, and for some reason it never made the news. The only thing I can think of is money.
Must cover up. Must. He didn't want to get egg on his face. Yeah, that's the usual thing.
As if he doesn't have a huge omelette there already.
Yeah.
But I find this terrifying, don't you?
Yeah. I mean the whole concept of humans not being in direct control of their creations. I mean, we have driverless in certain parts of the world. There are driverless trains. You have driverless cars. What's next? A driverless aeroplane? I mean, without a pilot, scary or what?
I find it extremely scary. I mean, I wouldn't mind one of those vacuum cleaners. You tell them clean the house, and you go shopping, and you come home, the house is clean. Unless, of course, it starts eating my cat and nibbling at my mother's toes. You don't want that to happen either.
These machines, they can, if you let them loose, if you leave them to their own devices, so to speak.
Devices, yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's the human beings that machines only do what the human beings in theory instruct them to do. It's like a computer. It's like a computer. Yeah.
But look here. This robot was made to cut through cars. Imagine those hands of the thing. And then for reasons totally unknown, I mean, this thing was programmed like all the other robots working in the factory. But this one, it was like the woman was saying, it was probably pissed off that the other 2 robots were turned off and it was left by itself, and then it goes rogue and it attacks the guy.
But that comes down to the robot thinking for itself.
Exactly.
And this is what this is the scary thing, because there's some programming code going on. It has to, and it's human beings that write that code.
And human beings are fallible.
Absolutely. Therefore, the robots will be fallible. But
it could be the difference between an apostrophe there or not in the code. That could just make this thing go haywire.
Well, we've all seen, when a computer crashes, for example. Yeah. It's because it's that kind of thing. The binary part of it fails or whatever. The machine code.
Right.
The ones and the zeros. So
I find this terrifying.
I was having a conversation the other day with someone about when they blame computers for problems, and I say don't blame the computers. It's the humans you have to blame, because the computers are slaves. The humans are the slave masters.
But
And it's those state.
what if that's what we're taught to think and it doesn't turn out to be that way? What
then
then,
how-
DJ?
And what's the technology to make it the other way? That they don't need human intervention. What is that
Exactly.
technology?
What if
This is
what if robots can start making babies and each generation is
Well-
is even more bloodthirsty than the last? What
Well,
if?
it's like this is Star Trek. For all those who,
Right.
most people must know of Star Trek and
Mhm.
probably watched at least an episode. And this is the kind of thing that was kind of featured. So
Mhm.
this was
And I'm
prophesied.
thinking, exactly, I'm thinking, let me take you through. Hold on, let's first go to the comments because I'm seeing it's quite Donna says she never watched Terminator. Probably should. Maybe you shouldn't, Donna.
Wicked
And
film.
yes.
I recommend it. Yeah.
And she says it's a bad robot. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's just a bad robot. So you
Yeah.
were making a point that it's all down to
Humans.
human programming.
Mm.
But I'm not sure. That's what we've been led to believe. But what if humans made, machines that are so smart? I mean, my phone does things I could never come up with. Right?
But this, I mean, look, everyone, the word algorithms is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And to take your phone example, for the phone to be that smart, what technology is it using to come up with the answer? When you voice in the Google app to say search football or whatever,
Yeah.
how does it know? How does it translate that vocal
Exactly.
that audio to what you actually to deliver the page you want to see?
Especially because your voice is different from mine. That's
Yeah.
that's the level at which we need to think. So at some level, machines are thinking. I know that technology people are going to burn me for this, but at some level, machines are thinking. I'm going to put this very carefully in inverted commas, but they are.
Very well, yet technically, a scientist would say that's not the case. A scientist would never actually agree with that.
Well, let them think what they think, and let me think what in this day and age when I can say I experience it that way, so it's the truth. I'm using that now. I'm going to use it one time in my life because I cannot explain a thing like this rogue robot actually moving from one area. That's what he did. He moved from area 103 to area 104 or the other way around and physically attacked this person. Blood I run. They had to mop up the floor.
So I wonder if they've done any repairs to the robot. Had the robot been terminated? I wonder.
We don't know if the robot was terminated, but guess what? The worker never got time off to recuperate. He just had to go straight back to work. That's Tesla for you, people. Don't buy those crummy cars. They're ugly too.
He should have sued them. He should have sued them.
And what I find worrying in this whole story is the fact that it happened 2 years ago, and now suddenly we're hearing about it.
And maybe it was to do with the employees saying, "Listen, I'm thinking of taking legal action or something like that."
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder what their defense would be.
I don't know.
What would the defense be?
I don't know.
How could they argue that? Yeah.
By pulling their bank card. That's the only argument. Donna is reminding us of something. The argument about robots being sentient, like they feel and they can think. The Google worker, remember the Google worker that was fired on the spot for spilling some beans on what AI was actually able to do. That was, I think, last year. Donna's got a point. I think we are being taught that robots cannot think and feel, but in fact, they can. That's what I think.
But they can only think and feel according to the way humans have programmed them to think and feel.
Yeah, but I think that's true for like Model 1, but maybe Model 1 can make Model 2, and God knows what Model 2 can do. That's where I'm heading.
So it's new prototype. That's what you're saying. It's a prototype. It's a new it's not on the
No,
same level.
I'm saying if you're making intelligent devices,
Mm,
whatever, however you define what their intelligence may be, but if you're making devices that can discern between your voice and mine, your face and mine, your
yeah,
fingernail, thumb and mine, and that can even do ethnic profiling, because they do. You know, all those cameras on the streets, they are ethnic
true,
profilers.
true,
Okay,
true.
so if you're making devices that can do that, who's to say that those devices, I'm calling it making babies, but who knows what happens in a next
Yeah,
generation? That's what I'm saying.
and who's to say that what the behavior of a robot and its actions is the right action or the wrong action?
Right. Exactly. It could be an evil spirit making the software.
Yeah, it could be a terrorist.
It,
But
could-
I mean,
they use, I mean, Elon Musk is one.
no comment. I'm not going. He might
What?
be watching. Do us for
So
slander.
you're afraid of Elon Musk? They can come. I will blow him over.
No, not really. But I mean,
No.
it's like autocorrect. You have autocorrect, and when it,
Yeah.
which I always turn off because it drives me nuts. But a lot of
Mm.
people have it on, and it inserts a word, but it's not actually the word you want.
No,
So
because
that's where it's wrong,
Mhm.
because well, again, a scientist would say it's not wrong because it's using an exact logic to
Mhm.
arrive at whatever the word is.
right.
But you know, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Right, you know, there's factual right and wrong, and there's morally right and wrong as well.
Exactly.
And what happened to this guy was morally wrong.
Yeah.
And
So that means
factually, yeah,
at the very least, the thing wasn't programmed right or wasn't built right.
exactly.
And it was
Yeah.
given a bad moral because it made it jealous. It made a jealous robot. What? My two other robots can go to rest, and I'm still working. I'm gonna move to Area 104, and I'm gonna get the guy who did that. That's a robot feeling jealous or feeling miffed or whatever it is you want to call it.
Mm.
Then there's another thing. I always say that anything that's ever been thought up in a movie, science fiction wise, it's already here or it will soon be here. Remember all the movies we used to watch about robots? We got iRobot there, and we got the giant robot monster, which I think looks rather cute. I think it's quite a bit older than iRobot. Of course, we have the Terminator. I'll be back. Well, yes, he
Yeah.
came back and he moved into Area 104 and killed the guy. Not killed it, but blood did run. And another thing I'd like to mention, in the old days when robots came from the moon or the Mars or wherever it was that we thought they used to come from, remember they used to always kidnap the blonde people.
That's the
They
human.
they never kidnapped anybody Chinese or Mexican or Nigerian. It's always the blonde ladies. Look at her lying there. He's
Yeah.
kidnapped me. And on the one on the right, it's a white guy. It's not a Chinese war. Oh, World War Z is what Rachna says. World War Z. That's what it is, Rachna. So
Oh, boy.
I don't have much more to add to this whole story, unless you do. But
Well,
I'm
the only
thinking,
thing I've just realised, I don't think I have seen Terminator. I was thinking of Total Recall, which I think is
Yeah.
a similar thing. I think that's Schwarzenegger as well.
it is Schwarzenegger, but I don't think that's a robot. But who am I to know? Do you take me for somebody to go to a
No,
Schwarzenegger
I
movie?
think there was robotic something going on in the brain. A robot.
The only the only Schwarzenegger film I ever saw is when he got pregnant and had a baby. I don't even know the name. That was kind of
I think I've
hilarious.
seen that. No, that's ridiculous, but it's a fun movie. I get it. Yeah.
Right. Anything we
got
should add to the topic, DJ, or are we done talking?
Well,
I mean, I had a little fun in taking the Mickey out of Elon Musk.
Yeah, which is great. More, we should have more of that with other moguls, so to speak.
Yeah, but I'm particularly on the case of Elon Musk, because what you might or might not realize, it's Tesla building the rockets that are doing all the spin. You keep talking about tourism. I'm talking about the scientists going into outer space. It's Tesla machinery that's taking them there.
Yeah.
And I do have some
Well,
friends at NASA.
I mean, only the other day, someone, I think the US, wasn't it? They were trying to, NASA, they were launching a rocket to go to the moon, but they delayed it because there was a glitch of some sort. But the thing was that my immediate thought was, and they said it's a computer. Oh no, it's a glitch with the rocket. No, it's a glitch with the human beings that program what the rocket should be doing.
Of course.
And that was my immediate thought. But they never say it's that.
No, they don't. They don't. They're just, you know what? They're taking us for fools. And most of the time, we actually kind of fall for what they tell us. But we need to be ever critical. Critical.
They take us for fools in those instances because they know full well that it's going to be very hard for someone to actually back up what they're saying because it's very complicated.
Right. But then when something like this robot attack, drawing blood, I must repeat, when something like that happens, we need to stop and think what actually is going on in this world of ours. Who is pulling what strings or pushing?
You've frozen and I can't hear you.
We're back. Are you back? Say something.
Something. Yeah, you froze and I couldn't hear you, but I was moving. I could see myself moving.
We were both gone, and I think we were both audible, but not with vision. Can you move around so I know you're not frozen? Yes, you're moving. Good.
Yeah.
We're in Jamaica, people. Lightning strikes on a day like this, and something happens with the electricity and something. We're still here, as far as I know. Donna, you say froze. Are we still frozen now, Donna? Can you please tell us whether you can see and hear us properly? Maybe ask Mom. Mom, are you seeing us properly now? It will take 3 seconds for Mom to hear this. Mom? Oh, it's more than 3 seconds. Okay, Donna says yes. Mother, are you still there? Mother's sitting on the balcony watching, but she not hear me. Anyway, never mind. I think, yes. We okay, Mom? Yes. Good. We're okay. Oh, that's a good 10 seconds. All right, DJ, moving on to your topic, please. First of all, the album in the back.
Yeah. So zoom in again.
What? Please? Whatever happened to please? Yes,
Oh,
Mom.
please.
Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Whatever
Please
happened
really
to
zoom
please?
in.
Yes, I'm zooming in.
Okay, so it's an album. It's a reggae album. It's old, and I think I didn't check. I'm pretty sure it was the first album the artist ever did of the particular artist. And the other clue is it was recorded at Studio One, just like the album from the other week, which was Bob Andy's Songbook.
The thing is, I'm singing the tune in my head, Truth and Rights, but I don't remember who did it. That sucks. That really sucks. Can you give us one more tip?
One. Well, let me see. Okay, the artist in latter years was very famous for doing did a cut on the Sleng Teng rhythm. For those who know Sleng Teng,
I know the rhythm, but I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
well, exactly. That's the point.
Okay.
You need to.
But you know, at some point you need to do an album that one person knows the answer, DJ. Otherwise, nobody's ever gonna win a prize.
Oh, yeah, all right. Okay,
But,
I'm being too complicated.
All right. We'll just take it to the end of the show when you will enlighten us, because it really bugs me, because I'm singing it in my head, but I don't know who the artist is.
All right. Okay.
All right. Moving on to topic number 2. 1.
Okay. SpoGomi.
Yes. SpoGomi.
SpoGomi. Right. SpoGomi. Spo means sport and gomi is trash. And so the word combines means sport trash literally, but it's about it's the sport for collecting litter and trash, which was invented in Japan in 2008. In November last year, Japan hosted the very first.
Whoa! We're not there yet. It's
Oh.
in Japan. Let's go to Japan first.
Right.
If you allow me, DJ, let's just put it into
Sure.
context. There is a thing about Japan in which Japanese people are very strict for themselves when it comes to the environment, and tiny little children learn in school to pick up after themselves. In October, I did a PocaTV live with my friend Hadassah van der Jacht, and I used a little video, which I'm going to recycle today, just so you know the mindset of Japanese people, which I love. Here we go.
自分たちで自分の部屋を掃除した方がいいと思います。教室がピカピカになると嬉しいし、
自分自身の手でできるようにするためなので、しばらくはこのまま続いていくのではないかと思います。たくさんの人といろんな場で食事をしたり、物を片付けたりっていうことが大人になるとありますよね。それを子どもの時から少しずつ身につける。
褒めてもらってありがとうとか言ってくれて嬉しい。ありがとうございました。
That's so cute.
Isn't it cute? And isn't that the way this world should be?
Yeah, man. You remember the World Cup in football, I think, and they were widely complimented for leaving their changing rooms absolutely in fact, more spotless than when they came. To begin with. Yeah.
And this goes to prove that once you start early, it's the most normal thing. There's not a Japanese child going, "What do I need to clean up?" And I'm tired. It's just part of their daily life.
Yeah, give me Japanese guests in my Airbnb anytime, I guess.
Oh, that's a slick way of dropping the Airbnb. People, you can go to DJ Conscious's Airbnb and rent his place. It's very cute. It's very nice. He's got a pool. He's got a view, and very clean yard.
That wasn't intended to be a plug, but
no, I know.
I'm
but
grateful for
exactly. That's the depth of our friendship. So taking this mindset of Japanese people, while I cool off a little, and transporting it back to SpoGomi, which is your topic for today.
Okay, so in November 2023, last year, Japan hosted the inaugural SpoGomi World Cup, which featured 21 nations, and a very summarized version of the rules. There are teams of 3 people, and they are given a designated area, and within 1 hour they have to collect as much rubbish as they can. And
yes,
then
the time can vary, but for the World Cup they did that, like you said. Yes.
Well, 1 hour, and then after the hour they have a further 20 minutes to sort it by the type of rubbish.
Exactly.
So it could be plastic, it could be food, it could be tin, metal, whatever, or paper.
Let's have a quick look at the trailer for the World Cup. so we
All right,
know
okay.
how it looked.
I
Yeah, and then
was going to say, I was about to say, points are rewarded for the amount of rubbish collected. So that's probably measured in weight and the type of waste. And for the record, cigarette butts score the highest points.
because that is what is lying around in the streets in Japan. There's a lot
More
of Japanese people still.
more than any other type of rubbish.
Exactly. Let's look at the trailer that the SpoGomi World Cup people launched worldwide to invite people to join in this World Cup.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Save the world. I think you've frozen again. Yep, you've frozen again. If you're saying anything, I can't hear it. Well, I don't know if anyone can hear or even see me move, but I'm sure Poca's doing her damnedest to resolve this technical hitch. So in the meantime, focus on the album, Truths and Rights. Focus on it and know if you know who the artist is. Poca, where are you? Anyway, I think on the subject of SpoGomi, I think SpoGomi has a bright future, and it should be adopted in more countries, and you know, it gives the right kind of message, because SpoGomi wouldn't be necessary if people didn't litter. So it has to be probably one of the most environmentally friendly sports or activities around. Well, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know where Poca is. Well, what's happened? Oh, she's coming back. Oh, she's back. She's back.
How long have you been back, DJ?
I never went anywhere.
Officially,
I was.
officially, my Wi-Fi is not working, so I don't know why we're on air now. I wonder.
Right.
I wonder if any viewers are still there. Make us
Well,
know.
I was talking and trying to keep them tuned in. You know.
Excellent. That's so good of you. That's so good of you.
So I spoke about. I reminded them about the album, and I also started talking about how how environmentally friendly SpoGomi is, and if people didn't litter in the first place, then SpoGomi wouldn't exist. So but people will always litter, no matter what. And the fact that you've frozen again. Oh dear, you've gone again.
So we're out, DJ. It's not gonna work.
So I'll just leave studio now.
Leave the studio.
All right, bless. See you later.
England one and all of that.
Yeah, Great Britain, and we need to give them the result of the album as well. Yeah, no problem. All right, see you later. Bless.
Hi, everybody. If you're still here, the Wi-Fi is out. This is just to tell you I'm going to end the stream, and we'll pick it up next time on the Wenzzzday Ting. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye, everybody.